Hello and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to give you a tour of the garden and show you what's new. We now have 38 varieties of fruit tree after getting a new White Sapote and Astringent Persimmon, and we've finally got some figs starting to ripen. So I thought to start over here with one of the White Sapotes that I've recently got, the Reneke commercial. This and a Kangpong White Sapote I got from a lady called Tina. This is two of the 5 White Sapotes I've got now. We've got two Flying Dragon rootstock here, which I'm going to use to make some dwarf orange trees from the orange trees we've got. They're doing really nicely now. They took about 2 months to show any life after I potted them up. But yeah, putting on lots of nice new green growth. This is another new one. Wright's favourite, Astringent Persimmon. Wright is a rare fruit tree grower in Queensland, I believe, who had this tree on his property, and it's a true dwarf. The tree on his property is 2.3 or 2.5 metres tall, and he's about 30 years old, and it's his favourite persimmon. So I found that when there's a fruit tree variety that's recommended by a rare fruit grower, they're definitely the varieties to go for, because these people know what they're talking about. This is the St. Dominic Violet. Now this was a seedling this year, and it's probably, or is, the most vigorous fig tree that I've got. Just give you an idea of how fat it is. And that's 1 year of growth. This was a cutting this year. By far the quickest fig that I've got. The tomatoes in here, they're doing great. They need a bit of control. We've got absolute bucket loads. The system of using string to hang the tomatoes, that didn't work too well, because this is a new bed and the soil's really soft. The pegs that I was using just came straight out, so I reverted back to using stakes. Here's 2 more new White Sapotes that I've got. I've got a seedling here. That's going to be a gift for a friend. I'm going to make it a multi-grafted tree with all the varieties that I'm growing. And this one is a pike. I got this from Ross Creek Tropicals. I've also got another Kampong White Sapote, which I got from Daly's. I definitely think the one from Ross Creek Tropics is way more advanced than the one from Daly's. Here's the next new tree that I've got. This is also from Tina, who I got the White Sapotes from. So the rambutan is very similar to a lychee, and apparently she said it will grow fine in Melbourne. It doesn't need to be protected from the frost or anything, so really interested to see how this tropical goes. I'll come round here. This is one of the Capri figs that I've got. These are the Nam.Dot May mangoes I planted recently. If you can just see there, one of them is just sprouting. And the Williams number 5 and the Coburg Black, they're both doing really good. You can sort of sneak behind here, you can see some of the mangoes. They're planted around 2 months ago. And the surprise avocado, that's doing great. The Hass avocado here is just loving life. I'm hoping I might get fruit off this year, next year. I believe this tree is probably four years old now, so maybe next year. It's got some more figs here, nothing super special. This one is another Kampong White Sapote. This is the one from Daly's. I've been waiting for White Sapote for about 9 months. I've been looking for one. or multiple, and literally maybe 3 days after I bought 2 off Tina, this one came for sale on the Daily's website, but it was literally sold out within half an hour. So if you do want a White Sapote in Australia, you really have to sign up to the notifications. So here we have my most prized fig, the Italian 258. This is looking really good. It did get quite sunburnt the other day. We had a 40-degree day. It was an absolute scorcher. And it's had a lot of growth and it's looking really good. And we're potentially going to get some figs. I don't know if you can see. But we've just got the start of spikes. So hopefully by the end of the year we should get some figs off that. My panache unfortunately looked very sad. It had fig node mosaic virus and other things, and it just hadn't put any growth on at all. So I did some rejuvenation, pruning, and I've taken it right back. So hopefully that will recover, and I don't think I'll get any figs off it this year. But it just hadn't done anything for maybe like a month and a half, like no new growth. So hopefully that will help. And then this is my peach. Unfortunately, all the peaches, I had 4 peaches on here, and this is a 3-year-old tree now, even despite how small it is. But I had 4 peaches on, and just as they were ripening up before I bagged them, the possums had them all. So I was pretty gutted. Then this fig, I was sold this as a Desert King, but the longer I have it, it did drop. It formed some bravers and then dropped them. And then the main crop figs have quite a closed eye. So I am sort of wondering now, is this a Desert King or is that actually just a white Adriatic or an Adriatic type fig? We'll see. But I think that's probably most likely the case. If it doesn't set any bravers next year, and just as the main crop without pollination, there's a possibility we could have pollinated figs here, because we do have the wasp in Melbourne, but probably quite unlikely, I think, just from my observations locally. This is my Violet de Bordeaux, which has absolutely gone gangbusters. It's reaching for the sky. I think at some point I'm just going to have to top this and pinch the leaves at the top. It's probably about 7 foot tall now. But we're just starting to get some figs ripening up, which is super exciting. Down here it's turning into a bit of mayhem now. We have a lemon guava, the feijoa sort of blending together, the black mulberry going gangbusters. I've already pruned this twice this year. I just want to keep them small for now. I'm just trying to get some maturity and grow the trunks out, keep them small, pruning them until I have a permanent home. The curry tree, again, just put on so much growth in the last couple of months since I did the last update. And then the shepherd avocado, and also the worts, just again, so much growth. I've also got this candy cane capsicum, which is just ripening up its capsicums now. This is all green, but you can see the stripes. I always love growing unusual vegetables and fruit. Here we've got an Adam's Pride fig. I think it's Adam's Pride. I got this from Werribee Park Orchard, so Werribee Heritage Orchards. But I sort of feel that on the St Dominic de Violet might not be true to type, and I think there is a bit of scepticism online in the fig groups that their fig database, how they've labelled their figs in their orchard, is not correct, and it needs to be looked at. And I've got another capsicum here. This is just a regular, I think it's Delight, it's called, a variety. I'm just waiting for them to ripen up. I think they're going to be quite small, but that's fine with me. They'll be perfect for stuffed capsicums. So this is one of the next little projects I've got. The olive trees sent out a couple of suckers here, and I'm actually going to put these to really good use, and I'm going to air layer these. I also found this fig by the side of the house. Now this fig will be a wild fig from a pollinated seed from one of the local trees. So because it's grown from seed, it'll be completely unique and a mix of the genetics of the mother and father tree. So I'd really like to preserve this tree just in case it is something special. We have had a few discoveries recently in Australia of new figs that just look incredible. So I might as well save this and see what it turns out to in a few years.